welcome back to the Junk Room. Everybody, it's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with another video. It's time for another video. And we're going to take a look at something. I don't really know how to explain this video, but here's what I was thinking. I was thinking, if I had a shirt, just a nice t-shirt, would I let any Kenner Star Wars action figure wear it? If it would fit, of course. And I started thinking, well, probably Luke Skywalker, a couple of Han Solos, maybe Princess Leia if she didn't have her buns. But the problem is with a t-shirt, it has to go over their head. Mostly if it's an alien trying to get their head through the round part of a t-shirt, especially our turtleneck, it's going to ruin that t-shirt. So I said, okay, I can't allow any of the Kenner Star Wars figures to wear a turtleneck that I may have. You can understand why. You know, with the exception of maybe a few people, maybe Lobot, maybe. And I said, what about a crew neck? I think that's what it's called, just normal shirt like this, you know. And I started thinking, yeah, I probably will let Princess Leia wear it. Not the bun edition, of course. Luke Skywalker could wear it, Obi-Wan Kenobi, some of the Han Solo. I was like, okay, most people, at least the humans, could wear it, probably even Chewbacca. But then it hit me, and I said, what about a V-neck? Well, that was easy. Any of the Kenner Star Wars figures could wear a V-neck, right? I mean, a V-neck comes down like this. Nobody really wears V-necks anymore. At least I don't ever see them anywhere. Maybe if someone's coming to unclog your wife's pipes, maybe then, I'm not really sure. But I started thinking, wait a minute, maybe there are some figures that I wouldn't even trust in a V-neck. I mean, stretching out your turtleneck's pretty bad. Stretching out a crew neck shirt, that's bad. But if your head is so big, you're stretching out a V-neck? Oh, no, I'm not going to trust you at all with a V-neck. So I came up with 10 Kenner Star Wars figures that I wouldn't trust to wear a V-neck.
Take a look at his neck. Not to mention the melon sitting on top of it. I don't know if I trust him with a V-neck.
And let's just start with the obvious, get it out of the way. Forlom. And when I say Forlom, I mean Forlom, not Zuckus. Don't tell me, oh, Kenner messed up and made a mistake. And I didn't. Shut up. I explained all that in the video. I was whistling games. We won't get on all that. But, okay. At first, I was like, okay, it's just a round head. And I can see him not stretching out the V-neck. But he's got a snout and everything. And maybe it's a big, very, very, very big V-neck. I could understand. But he don't really have a neck. So it's going to stretch out that V-neck. And you will never be able to wear it again. Reminds me of this time where I had a MetLife windbreaker I let someone wear. We won't even get into all that. Let's go to another one. Admiral Akbar. Now his head is thin. His head is kind of thin like this. And I thought, okay, he would slide into a V-neck easy. But the back of his head is kind of bulbous. And he would have to start in the back of the head and pull it over. And that's when you lose me. Pulling it over, he would probably grab the V-neck. It would stretch it all out. You could watch it 10 times. That V-neck that came down to here, showed a little hair chest so you could look cool, is now going to come all the way down past your nipples. And ain't nobody care about seeing no nipples. At least not on a 51-year-old man. I mean, a 31-year-old man like me. So, Akbar, wait a second. I was editing this video and I just realized he's wearing a turtleneck. How? How did he get a turtleneck over that bulbous head? You can't wear a V-neck. How about FX7? Come on, do I have to explain this one? Sure, it has a little neck. Once you get the V-neck over its head, you're fine. It'll fit. But the top of it is so round and big, it's going to be bigger than your V-neck. You're going to have to put it on like this and kind of wiggle it down. No. I would not. No. Can't do that. Let's move on to Reese. Oh, you know Reese ain't gonna be wearing no V-neck of mine. You might want to wear your V-necks, but you get it back. Yeah, no. I mean, this is probably one of the biggest head figures there is. You got ears that flop out like this. You got these little other ears on top that do this. You got 3 eyes. 3 eyes, man. Who needs 3 eyes? One in the center. What's this guy? How's this guy see? And then you got a snout. You got to get it. No, this is too much. And then you got. No, this is. I can't even. I don't even want to think about this one in a V-neck, so let's move on. Bib Fortuna. First, I was like, okay, maybe. Seems like a small head, but then I looked at it a little closer and I said, no, look at this head. Sure, when you first just look at the head, it's kind of weird shape. I mean, it's a weird shape. It's kind of like a V shape. Probably fits in there like a puzzle, but no. You got those antennas, whatever you call them. Worms that come out of his head. That's gonna mess your V-neck all up. That's gonna mess your V-neck all up. They took them into the shirt and then he's stretching the shirt out all over the place, or do they hang on the outside of the V-neck? No, just too much trouble. But the thing that got me was that bulbous neck. Look at it. It's like a big fat. I used to have this librarian like in the 5th grade, and she had a neck like this. So it's neck and hanging, it's got warts all over. And let's just say somehow he gets the V-neck on without stretching it. I don't want that fat flab with the warts and everything rubbing on my V-neck. No, I wouldn't want it back. So no, Bib Fortuna, you out. You're not going to borrow that V-neck from me. How about Hammerhead? No. You know, I had Hammerhead on the list. I'm going to take a default. I might trust Hammerhead. You think I'm crazy. I might trust, maybe not a brand new V-neck, but his head is small, and I think once you get it on, no, see, if once you get it around the front part and stretch, yeah, you're going to have to stretch it. I can't trust him with a V-neck. I can't even trust Hammerhead with a V-neck. You're right about that. Okay, how about this one? Han Solo, a human. Sure. And he's in a block of carbonite. But look at the melon sitting on that neck. His neck is so huge. Look at it. It looks like a linebacker for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I would not put up with that. He's going to stretch the side of it out. He's going to have to get over that big bulbous head. But I think it's the neck that's going to really mess it up. The neck would even mess up a V-neck. This guy's neck is just too thick. It's like an elephant's foot. So let's move on to a man. Look at this thing. Again, it would fit over the head good. You could slide it over the head, but the side is so wide. Your V-neck is going to become a W-neck. And then it's not going to be any good. Hey, I want to go to the Regal Beagle this weekend and get it loose. Oh, I can't wear my V-neck. I let a man borrow it. Oh, and not only that, he's got to get those big hands through the shirt. Come on. His arms are really thin, like toothpicks, but his hands are huge. And you know what they say about aliens with huge hands. Bigger the hand, the longer the staff. And a man does have a long staff. So let's go on to Nignum, Ninum. I said Nignum a long time ago. Like, you're not supposed to say that, Junkman. That's wrong. Don't say it like that. I don't care. Okay, here it is. At first, again, this is the one that glanced. You said, okay, it's the ears. Can't get past those ears. And honestly, I don't know if this guy wears a hat or hair. I don't. We used to debate it all the time as a kid. Is that a hat on his head or is that hair? I think now it's a hat as I get older, but nah, it looks kind of like hair. Maybe it's a little bit of both. I'm not really sure. But yeah, the problem is going to be the odd football shape of the head, and I don't want my hair to actually dentally touch it. I mean, look at this. Look at it. His head looks like a vagina. Well, probably not any vagina, but at least this one girl I knew. But we'll skip that. I don't want my shirt rubbing against a vagina face. No, I don't. So let's look at the last one on this list. And, believe it or not, it's human. It's human. Not humid. Human. It's a human figure. And it's Han Solo. Big head Han Solo. I don't know if this thing is Ringo Starr or Han Solo. It says Han Solo. Looks kind of like Butthead. But no, there's no way I would trust this one. This is number one on the list out of all of them. Big head Han Solo, you're not going to wear my V-neck. No, I will never trust you with it. Look at that big melon on this. Look at that thing. It is huge. Small head Han Solo. That's okay. You borrow my V-neck anytime. Call me up. You can borrow it right now. Anytime you want to. Little small head Han Solo. Anytime you can borrow my V-neck. Big head Han Solo. Get out of here. Don't eat. Again, I wouldn't even trust this guy in a turtleneck. I wouldn't trust this guy in any kind of shirt. But really wouldn't trust him to wear a V-neck. And that's 10 Star Wars action figures I wouldn't trust even with a V-neck. I can't believe I just did a video on what Star Wars figures wear a V-neck shirt. The bottom of the barrel has been scraped.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.